She slipped away on a Thursday morning so quietly that the only trace of her was the soft scent of lavender lingering in the hallway. No note, no message, no hint of why she was gone. Half her clothes were missing, her shoes no longer lined the entryway, and the house felt hollow, like someone had taken the life out of it and left only the walls behind. For 2 weeks, I moved through the rooms like a guest in my own home, replaying our last conversations on a loop, searching for any sign that she'd been planning to walk out. We argued sometimes, but nothing that felt final. Certainly nothing that sounded like she'd vanish without a word. Her phone stayed off. Her family claimed ignorance. Her friends acted startled. Every attempt to find her dissolved into a dead end. By the 10th day, the panic dulled into a heavy, quiet ache. I started sleeping on the couch because the bed felt too big, too empty. Then, early Tuesday morning, exactly 14 days since she disappeared, my phone rang. Unknown number. Normally, I would have let it ring out, but something inside me tightened. "Is this Daniel?" a trembling woman's voice asked. "Yes, who is this?" A shaky breath. The kind someone takes before saying something painful. "I'm calling about your wife." My whole body froze. "Where is she?" "Is she all right?" "She's alive." The woman rushed out. "But you need to come now." She gave me an address in a town I barely knew, and the call ended before I could ask anything more. I drove like the world was on fire. My mind spun with possibilities, none of them good. When I pulled up, I saw it was a small community shelter, the kind meant for people escaping something. A staff member met me at the door, her voice the same one from the call. "You're her husband?" "Yes." "She didn't want us to reach out to you," she said gently. "But this morning she asked for you." My chest tightened. "Why wouldn't she want you to call me?" "She was afraid," the woman replied. "Come with me. You'll understand." She led me down a quiet hallway and opened a door. There she was. My wife sat curled on a narrow bed, clutching a cup of tea like she feared it might disappear. Her face looked thinner, drained, her eyes dark with exhaustion. When she saw me, her breath caught. "Dan." I stepped inside, but didn't move closer yet. "I need to know what's going on." "What happened?" I asked softly. Tears filled her eyes immediately. "I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because I was trying to protect you." "From what?" She scrubbed at her face, but the tears kept coming. "From my brother." I stared at her. "Ethan? He's in prison." "He was," she whispered. "They released him early. And 2 weeks ago, he showed up at the house. He told me that if I didn't go with him, he would hurt you, maybe both of us. I didn't know what else to do. I just went." My stomach dropped. Her brother had always been trouble, but I never imagined he'd threaten her. Threaten us. "I stayed near him until I could slip away," she went on, voice cracking. "I came here because I didn't know where else was safe. I didn't want him finding you. I didn't want him using me to get to you." I finally walked toward her and knelt in front of her knees. "You should have told me." "I was terrified," she whispered. "He said he was watching you, watching the house, and I believed him." I reached for her hand, and she grabbed mine instantly, like she'd been drowning and someone finally pulled her above water. The shelter worker quietly closed the door behind us, leaving us alone. "Where is he now?" I asked. "He took off yesterday. I think the police asking about him scared him off." She inhaled shakily. "That's when I told them to call you. I couldn't keep running by myself." I looked at her, really looked. The fear she'd been carrying. The exhaustion in her voice. And underneath all of it, the love that had never left. "You're coming home," I said softly. She shook her head, weak and scared. "What if he comes back? Then he'll deal with me. And the police. And anyone else he needs to answer to." I squeezed her hand. "But you're not handling this alone anymore." Her shoulders collapsed as she pressed into me, sobbing against my chest, releasing 2 weeks of fear all at once. I held her until her breathing settled. Later, with help from the shelter staff, we filed reports, got protective orders, and arranged extra security. It wasn't simple and it wasn't immediate, but it was a beginning, a way back to our lives. When we finally walked out of the shelter together, fingers interlaced, the sun was just coming up. It felt like something inside us was finally starting to mend. She looked up at me, eyes red but hopeful. "I never left you," she whispered. "I was just waiting for the chance to come back." And for the first time in 2 long weeks, I felt something returning to me, something I thought was gone. Hope.